Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham, for one so young.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
We are glad to inform you that today's match day programs are available from stands located by the gates. I'm sure that...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
We have already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Trent Alexander-Arnold has redefined the fullback role. I mean, his contributions, attacking-wise, can match up with some of the leading playmakers around. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone so productive in that role. Some of his cross-field passing is quite ridiculous.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Played out to the right.
Oh, that's nice.
Played it early.
Konate can get it clear. Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. They're first. And it's been taken short. Ah, such a clever touch. McAllister. And it's Bellingham. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Osimhen takes control. Osimhen! Oh, it's come off the upright. Goal!
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Shot at goal! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose.
A header!
Oh, good spread. Alexander-Arnold
Gets into some space. And it's hoisted clear.
McAllister carries the ball down the right.
And the counter is on.
Plays a sharp little ball here, and that is expertly dealt with.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
And he's chosen to go back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
DiMarco
Goes on a run down the left wing. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. There's the shot! Goal! And they've got their lead back. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And he goes cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
Oh, what has happened here?
Saliba. It's Davis. Locatelli. McAllister. It's a promising position. Paris Saint-Germain are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Mbappe.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Now, can they get him away?
Bruno Fernandes.
And it's Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Rice.
Now there's a fine ball.
McAllister.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Takes it back. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
McAllister. He's had a shot! And it's in! It's level again! What a match we have! Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Paris Saint-Germain are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far.
Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. Vietnam get the second half started. Ruben Dias.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Di Marco.
That's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's.
Chouameni. Locatelli.
This is the time you need that pace.
And Koundé. Mbappe. Knocks it into space. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Foot in.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Partey. Now that looks a decent ball.
Very nicely done.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Vietnam can't breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Stood up well to him there. Mbappe looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Paris Saint-Germain have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Locatelli. Spread it left. Osimhen.
Bruno Fernandes.
Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. No way through. And he's gone looking for safety. Koundé. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. Played back in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Konate kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 18, le numéro 20, le numéro 8, le numéro 6, le numéro 22.
Davis.
À leur place, le numéro 97, le numéro 4,
Paris Saint-Germain
le
need
numéro
to make
14,
something happen here.
le numéro 38,
Now it's
le numéro
Neves.
87. Changement.
Lovely ball and a real chance now.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Gravenberch.
Look at the space here. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And that's a real chance missed.
Dembele has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Bruno Fernandes, who's short. Lovely bit of skill.
Gravenberch.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Oh, what a claw! It's bounced back off the post. And that has been clubbed away.
Great vision. Dembele is in a really good position out wide.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Decent chance! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
He's having a shot! In with the challenge. Can he finish?
Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Koundé clears. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Paris Saint-Germain have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Played into the middle. Shifted upfield. And here's Gordon. Shot at goal! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Mbappe. And here's Sørloth. Bellingham. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And it's Tchouaméni. Rice. Oh, good-looking ball. Saliba gets over and intercepts. And here's Mbappe. Locatelli. And here's Mbappe. And here's Davis. That could well leave a mark. Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. And he's gone backward here. Tries a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Paris Saint-Germain are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Oh, that's neat. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Bellingham.
This is the time you need that pace.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And here's Mbappe. And it's Tchouaméni. That's a lovely, neat pass.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Looking tidy in possession here. And here's Mbappe. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And here's Gordon. McAllister. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Well, that is good, super running, sharp movement, came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. He's in a Bellingham! Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Mbappe. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, well played, well played. And the counter-attack could be on for Paris Saint-Germain. And the pass is intercepted. Bruno Fernandes. Locatelli. Paris Saint-Germain looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Tries to play it through. Koundé picks it up out wide. Shot could be on. Locatelli! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
McAllister. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Rice. Bruno Fernandes is onto this, and it's Partey. And they win it back again. Bellingham takes control of it, and he's on the move. McAllister. He's a sharp little ball here. Koundé gets into a good position.
Temps additionnel, une
Looking
minute.
for the run. Gordon. Alisson breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Played out towards the right wing. Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position. And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Paris Saint-Germain really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Paris Saint-Germain have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Bellingham is fouled. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways or...
And the finish! Gordon has created one goal already.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
McAllister. And it's Van Dijk. It's Davis. And it's Locatelli. And that's another good win of the ball. Bellingham. Oh, he's bustling through. Chance for a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Bellingham is offering a wry smile there.
Changement en cours.
Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. McAllister plays it short. Turns and goes back. And it's Van Dijk. Lovely feet. And here's Gordon. That is a brilliant interception. And he's there to get it away.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 18. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 97.
Davis. Traumeri. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Muscular approach does pay off here. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And it's Aubameyang. Can he get it through? And he's in on goal! There's the shot!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Bellingham has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Le numéro 22. À leur place, le numéro 4. Le numéro 14. Le numéro 38. Changement.
Locatelli goes short.
Bruno Fernandes.
Paris Saint-Germain have now used up all but one of their substitution windows.
Bruno Fernandes. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Dembele. That's good play. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Foot in. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain get their fourth corner.
Le numéro 87.
And it's hoisted clear.
And that's gone loose. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good switch, that.
Can he get on the end of this? Davis. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Ødegaard has it out wide and in space.
Well played and well cleared. Vietnam really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, it's Dembele. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Played into space out wide. Gravenberg. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Oh, sweet feet.
He's found a way through. And the shot! And he hits the net.
And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Paris Saint-Germain are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Gravenberg. The final 5 minutes. João Neves. Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, good ball!
And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless!
And they are cruising away.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. João Neves. Aims beyond the defence.
And the flag has...
Can he finish? Paris Saint-Germain are having a ball here.
Vinicius Junior.
Now this could be a chance.
Real chance!
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. Now it's Gravenberg, and it's Dembele.
So that's it. It is all over.
This is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Aubameyang, happy to bask in the accolades from all around. The stage most certainly his.
Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And as you can see, we've already started here.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Iniesta. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Bellingham. Thuram was in no mood for any of that.
And here's Hullet.
No, he's not going to get any further than that.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bellingham. Bellingham takes a look up. Now it's Mbappe. Maldini. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Here's Tchouaméni. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And it's McAllister. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
McAllister. That's tidy. And it's Locatelli. Aubameyang touches it back. Shot at goal! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! The breakthrough strike!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Davis.
Davis just loves to go forward whenever he can. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Closing in on goal. Plays a sharp little ball here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Paris Saint-Germain are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Bellingham. He is through here. Back when it goes. Foot in.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, super find. Tchouaméni, certainly one of the players of the week. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's McAllister. Now, this could be a chance. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. 30 minutes gone.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Lam. Chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he hits the net. Japan are level. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. Real chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they've got their lead back.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves into the lead. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Bellingham. He's chosen to go back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Caught offside that time. Maldini. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. And it's Maldini. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, it really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's McAllister. Bellingham niggles his way through. Now it's Aubameyang. He's away! Oh, he's got a sight of goal!
Oh, that's a fine challenge.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Paris Saint-Germain are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break.
Changement.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Mbappe, lovely pass, but can he get there? Ferdinand gets a foot in here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Davis. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Pinches it off him. McAllister. Chouameni. And here's Aubameyang. Ferdinand does really well to win the ball there. It's a pretty loose pass. Davis. And it's made its way to him. Nice control. Locatelli. Out to the left it goes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Thuram. That's a cute ball. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Davis. Locatelli. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Davis.
Oh, some tackle that.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And here's Mbappe. Look at the space here. Vieira getting this one clear. And it's McAllister. Lam for Iniesta. Bellingham. Lam, and the pass is intercepted. And it's McAllister. Can he get on the end of this? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Lam. Now he's got space here, and this is Ronaldo.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pull it. Pull it! Now, oh, it's fallen loose again! He scores! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 97.
Paris Saint-Germain choosing to make the first change.
Le numéro 22.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Neves. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Koundé. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. That's really well cleared. Tries to play it through. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And they can counter here. Saliba with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro
We
6.
have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro
That's
38.
what the wall's there for, Peter.
Attention,
That's good work.
changement.
Now, can they get him away? Crosses it in here. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Saliba. And it's Gravenberch. Chouameni. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Iniesta makes the interception. Totti. And this is Bale. And he's managed to get free. Bale, plenty to aim at here.
He rises! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
The action has already started. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting...
Takes a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain!
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Gravenberg. And it's Rice. Rice. Davis. Now Saliba. Koundé. McAllister. Van Dijk. McAllister. He's a sharp little ball here. Van Dijk. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. The ball has bounced loose now, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, nice touch. Davis.
Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Mbappe. Searching pass he's played there. Davis. Bellingham. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bellingham. Now it's Gordon.
And they're quick to get it back.
And it's Locatelli. Paris Saint-Germain are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. And it's Tchouaméni. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
That is lovely. Davis. And that's a goal kick.
Oh, it's come loose.
That'll be a throw.
Bellingham. It's Davis. Almost half an hour in now. And smartly reclaimed. Koundé looking for the run. It's a promising position. Nice control.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
McAllister is eyeing up his options in the middle.
So who's he going to be aiming for here?
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And it's Bellingham.
Oh, sweet feet. Davis.
That is great defending, so alert. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Davis with the cross.
Bruno Fernandes.
Paris Saint-Germain can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Played out to the left flank.
Oh, that's nice.
Bellingham. Can he get it through? Spread it left.
Oh, that's neat.
That's tidy.
Davis.
Oh, such a clever touch. McAllister. Chance for a shot!
Gravenberg. Rice. What a throw in.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And he stands tall, impenetrable.
Une minute.
And here's Gordon.
He's away.
Shapes to shoot! And it's in!
A two-goal lead, and the whistle goes for half-time. We'll do it back on the first 45 minutes.
Paris Saint-Germain certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Paris Saint-Germain go in at half-time on a comfortable two-goal cushion. So we're just settling back into this second half.
McAllister. Chouameni.
That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And that's going to be a booking.
Chouameni. And Koundé. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he get onto this?
Gravenberg.
And it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Passing is crisp and sharp.
And here's Locatelli. Mbappe.
And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Turns and goes back.
Oh, this is a great, decent chance!
And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
A case now of complete control.
Rice.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And it's Gravenberg. And here's Mbappe.
Defending was strong and firm.
Koundé.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Now it's Bellingham. Mbappe just eases him off the ball. Paris Saint-Germain can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Chance! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Bellingham. McAllister. Looking to play him in. Now it's Gordon. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Mbappe. Vinicius Junior.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Gravenberg goes steaming forward. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Gordon. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Gravenberg. It's Bellingham. Passes short and sharp. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Locatelli. Gordon. McAllister. And it's Chouameni. Distributed tidily. Nicely spread. Can he get on the end of this? Gordon! He scores! Players ecstatic. Fans delirious. This is utopian. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Paris Saint-Germain are having a ball here. Saliba is there, and he can pick it up. Davis. Timber running with the ball. Bellingham. Oh, easy pickings there. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Gravenberg. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Gordon. Oh, good read. Bruno Fernandes. Gravenberg. And here's Vinicius Junior. And a chance! Keeper always had the measure of that.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Saliba gets rid without sophistication. Time added on will be 2 minutes. DiMarco. Now Saliba. And the referee brings it to a close. So a real showpiece win. This stop was simply far too clever for...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
We have already started here.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Rice.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé, when it comes to building from the back. I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes, where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, this looks sharp.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's in a great position here. Saliba spots it and intercepts.
And it's Locatelli.
Davis. That's an imaginative pass. And he cuts out the supply. Paris Saint-Germain, without doubt, seeing more of the ball and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. Gravenberg.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And it's made its way to him. He's found some space. And he's gone backward here. Chance! Bellingham.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Koundé. Here's Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Gravenberg. Well, we expected better, and so did he.
Looking for options for movement.
Tchouaméni.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior receives it in a good position here. Timber. Gravenberg. And Gabriel. McAllister.
And they can counter here.
Gravenberg. And here's Mbappe. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gravenberg. Opts for safety. And it's Timber. Bellingham.
And he welcomes it in.
Nicely spread.
Swept in. He can get that clear.
And it's Gravenberg. Vinicius Junior. McAllister.
And the counter is on.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's on his way.
Mbappe.
Mbappe! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
And it's been taken short. That is lovely. And here's Locatelli, has a shot! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Bellingham. And it's Koundé. Gravenberg. It's Vinicius Junior.
And that's been won straight back.
Locatelli is the guilty party there. Saliba. Bellingham. Rice. That's a good ball out wide. Locatelli
Going full tilt down the left.
Now it's Mbappe.
And the first 45 minutes are up.
So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
So we reach the halfway point.
Paris Saint-Germain ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Tries to play it through. He's on it. Can he get away? Timber
Was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
tries to pass it through.
Now this could be a chance.
And the shot!
And that has fair fizzed.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He's got tall. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Bellingham is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Van Dijk. And it's Koundé. Here's Tchouaméni. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Looking for the run. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And it's Bellingham. Locatelli. Can he get it through? He's cut it out.
Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Rice. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them.
Bellingham. He has a look up. Bellingham. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's...
Oh, what a mistake! Koundé. And it's McAllister. Here's Tchouaméni. Saliba. Rice. And here's Gordon. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Bellingham. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Timber cuts it out. Gravenberg. Bellingham. Can he spark a counter here? It's Vinicius Junior. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Locatelli. Now it's Mbappe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Davis.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Manchester United need to make something happen here. Davis. McAllister. And it's McAllister. Look at the space here.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
No, he's not getting past him there. Paris Saint-Germain can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now, can they get him away?
Vinicius Junior.
And it's Timber. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's the chance to counter. Koundé.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Well timed, excellent interception. Van Dijk. Davis.
Strong running down that left flank.
Now it's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Davis.
Oh, that's a fine interception.
Mbappe. Here's Tchouaméni.
Temps additionnel, une
The
minute.
final seconds now.
McAllister aimed beyond the defence. Good ball, good take.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Well,
Le numéro
they've got to get
18.
everyone forward, and
numéro
maybe
20.
even the keeper.
Le numéro 8. Le numéro 6. Le numéro 22. À leur place, le numéro 97.
Bruno Fernandes
Le
with
numéro
the short
4.
one.
Le numéro 14. Le numéro 38.
Turns
Le
and
numéro
goes back.
87.
Good challenge, excellent challenge. Gravenberg with a definite fell there. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time. And we are already back underway.
Davis. Davis.
Goes on a charge down the left.
João Neves.
And the shot! Oh, what about that? Finally! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So the first goal of the game.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tchouaméni. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Neves. Oh, nice touch. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. That's an excellent interception. Oh, good-looking ball. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Aubameyang touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And that's it for the first half of extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Changement en cours.
And we're off for the final time. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now?
Now it's Osimhen. Šeško! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well read, and the danger is averted.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Eze. Now this could be a chance. Aubameyang looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's Gravenberch.
What a throw in.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 19. À sa place.
Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves...
Shot, surely! Glorious! A finish of true class! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike! He has given that terrible pass. Oh, he's bustling through here. Gravenberch. And he's there to retrieve it. Bruno Fernandes.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly now in lead preservation. And that's that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Gravenberch voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
We have already started here.
Pinches it off him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's McAllister.
And here's Locatelli. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's hoisted clear.
And he's managed to get rid. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends.
James.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Belly.
Locatelli. It's Davis. Davis going full tilt down the left. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The referee's awarded a free kick.
Fernandez. Chouameni.
Ball swung in.
Koundé. And it's McAllister. And here's Gordon. And it's Koundé. Gordon! Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
And he's forced to go back. Back into the middle. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Konate. And Fernandez. Indica. And it's James.
Can he latch on to this?
Davis. Chouameni. Oh, that's superb. Good ball, good take. And Locatelli.
Nice interception, well timed.
Rafinha. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Chouameni.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Good ball over the top.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Thuram. Rafinha. Oh, that's fabulous. Rafinha puts a cross in.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
And it's Fernandes.
Oh, that's neat.
And here's Bellingham. And here's Rafinha. Tchouaméni knocks it out wide. Tchouaméni does really well to win the ball there. Goes forward. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
How would you review the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So off we go once more.
0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Oh, good spread. Bellingham. And he skips past his man. He's got away. McAllister. Tchouaméni.
Gordon really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That's good play. And it's McAllister.
Lovely feet. And that's not going to reach.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Fernandes.
Well, they could break here.
James. Looking to play him in. Chooses to go back. Now it's Tun. Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Paris Saint-Germain can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Koundé.
Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Looking for the run.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Tchouaméni.
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many...
Tries a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Thuram is offering a wry smile there.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Le numéro 6.
They've played it short.
À leur place, le numéro 97.
Tries to pass
Le
it
numéro
through.
87. Le numéro 38.
And now they can spring out of defence. Aubameyang receives it in a wide position. And he whips it in.
Well played and well cleared.
Dembele.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That is ended up in no man's land. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
That's very disappointing, it has to be said. And it's James. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Aubameyang looking for options for movement.
That's an excellent interception.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
João Neves. And he goes cross-field.
Now Saliba. And here's Mbappe. Gravenberch.
And that's a throw-in.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 20. Pour le remplacer, le numéro
And it's
4.
Davis.
Attention, changement.
He's played it back. That's good running with the ball.
Chouameni.
Bruno Fernandes.
Shifted it to the flank.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Chouameni. Gravenberch.
Aubameyang. Some really good ball movement.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Played into space.
Vinicius Junior has it out wide and in space. 2 minutes to be added on. And here's Dembele. Well, there's the clearance. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time.
Les deux équipes sont à égalité. Il y aura donc des prolongations.
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Gravenberch. Knocks it into space.
Paris Saint-Germain really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Chouameni. And it's Lopez. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior gets flagged offside.
Davis. And Gravenberch. And here's Dembele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Chouameni. Dembele. He's well positioned. And the shot! Oh, it's in! Finally! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Changement en cours.
Time for a change in personnel. So the first moment of real significance.
Gravenberch. And it's Chouameni. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Dembele.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Koundé.
Bruno Fernandes. He's on it. Can he get away?
Van Dijk. Now he's off and running.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Dealt with nicely by the defence.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, what a ball!
Extra time reaches half-time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 21.
And so the last chance to find a winner. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now?
And it's Gravenberch.
And Dijk gets rid without sophistication.
It's their second corner of the game.
Fermin goes short. An instinctive delivery.
Plays the ball back. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Konate and Fermin.
Dembele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Paris Saint-Germain leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And there's his chance to lead the counter.
That is good alertness. very much into the last knockings. Szoboszlai.
Another chance from a corner. And it's been taken short. Bruno Fernandes.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Szoboszlai. Well read, nice interception.
Paris Saint-Germain nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle.
Paris Saint-Germain have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the set. Chance for a shot!
It's off target and by quite a way.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
And the keeper's got it again. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Locatelli.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Rafinha. And Ndika. Van Dijk. And it's James. And it's Bellingham.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Tchouaméni.
No change to the score. 0-0 it remains.
McAllister. And it's Bellingham.
Rice takes control of it and he's on the move.
Short changes him with that pass.
Has a look and plays it forward. Mbappe! He's found a way through.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Now it's Gordon. And Koundé. McAllister.
It's a promising run he's making on the right. And here's Bellingham.
Now it's Gordon.
Nice control. And that has been clubbed away. Rice.
Konate. And Ndika. Konate. And it's Van Dijk. Bellingham. For Rice.
Gordon gets a foot in here.
And it's Bellingham.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham.
James. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Rafinha puts his foot on the gas. Some good work on the right flank here.
Locatelli.
Tchouaméni was in no mood for any of that. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now.
Gordon. That has been slung wide. And it's Davis. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Koundé. Koundé just loves to go forward whenever he can. Van Dijk. And Ndika. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So your views on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the game has already resumed here.
Paris Saint-Germain are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
Locatelli.
He's in space and looking for options. Mbappe!
It's a goal kick. Ndika. And it's Rice. Chouameni. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bellingham. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals. Cross to the back post.
Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that's fabulous. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Koundé, lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's good play. Very little to report from an attacking perspective.
Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he lines up a cross. Mbappe.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Paris Saint-Germain have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Bellingham.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Pinches it off him.
And now the breakaway.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Gordon. Chouameni. Chouameni goes steaming forward. And it's Bellingham. Wriggles his way through. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro
We have
18.
got changes here,
Le
from
numéro
both sides in fact.
Le numéro 8.
So, is it
Le numéro
really
10.
plausible to have a hit from
Le
here?
numéro 22. À leur place, le numéro 97. Le numéro 4. Le numéro 14. Le numéro 38. Le numéro 87.
Paris Saint-Germain
Changement
really
en cours.
can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He's being urged to shoot. João Neves.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Fermin with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Van Dijk. Koundé is onto it in a flash. João Neves gets into a good position. And that's a... And the shot! And yes, it's there! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fermin.
Paris Saint-Germain really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
It's not... Oh no, this does not look good. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Just eases him off the ball. Davis. Ball played for Dembele. And it's Davis.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps
Paris
additionnel.
Saint-Germain clearly now in lead preservation mode. Now Davis. Dembele. He's in plenty of space here. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Paris Saint-Germain have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Aubameyang claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain genuinely looked a very good outfit out there. A good collective effort to keep the opposition at bay while also ensuring they carried out enough menace at the other end.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.